I was literally doing something and I had to stop it because I had this idea. Why isn't it clicking in? I had this idea and I just need to talk about it quickly because it's so important. And I think if you have this mentality, if you incorporate this train of thought, this way of thinking, I think your life, it's very important for you as a person. And that is to have your own opinions. You go into the space on YouTube and even listening to me and listening to so many other people, and they all have a lot of people, especially on the social media platform, because they're trying to get that reach and that attention. It's not always from the purest place. They say very what's the word? They say very drastic things, and they have very extreme views. Put it that way. And I think it's very important to absorb this, but also have your own mind in incorporating the thoughts and views into your life. And look at the person. Genuinely look at the person. Even me, I guess. But you look at certain role models in this space, and they've been role models for me as well. Like I don't want to get into names and all that. But you look at them and just be aware of what they say and how their actions match how their actions and their life matches what they say. Okay, so if they're talking about getting rich and making money, look at genuinely look at how they made their money. If they're saying it's easy to become a millionaire in your 20s, but you look at how they made their money, and they made their money by saying it's easy to become a millionaire in their 20s and building that audience and then selling a course on how to become a millionaire. But it's like a pyramid scheme because that I don't know if it's called a pyramid scheme actually, but it's literally a scheme, because by them saying this is how you make money, you buy their course and it actually makes them a millionaire. It's so corrupt, it's so dodgy, and there's so many people like that on the social media platform. And I'm not saying they're bad, it's a very delusional way of seeing it all. Okay? Look at if it's relationship advice, look at the women they're with. Like, you see them say, oh, this is how you get girls and that, but look at the girls they're with. And if I'm being honest, if I'm being genuinely, sincerely honest, I wouldn't go next to a lot of them. And I'm not taking a shot. But it's, you got to walk the walk if you're talking it. And if you're sending such a strong message to so many people, millions of people, like, people are downloading this. And this is why I want to make you aware, because you're not going to stop the content. The content will never stop, but you can look at it in a more subjective view. Because what I did when I was younger, I would just absorb this all and I'd end up feeling shitty because I'd think the world is just this mess, which it is a mess in lots of ways, but not really. Not really. Like, and you look at all the advice, and I think we also underestimate what we can learn from people around us. And if you're not in the best area, okay. But what I've been doing lately, I've been going to better areas. I've been going to areas where I would want to move in the future. And I've been looking at the people around there. I've been talking to the people around there, and you'll be surprised how much more beneficial that is, because they're real people doing real jobs with real relationships, working out the world themselves. You'll be surprised really how much value you can get, and you can give also to these, the relationship you can form, right? Because it is unfortunate. You look at all these spaces on social media and it's just disgusting. Like, the people that are being listened to are being listened, and they, leaders or these things, and they're saying, oh yeah, we're all high value men, when really everyone on the platform following this one person is a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old, 17, 18-year-old. Like, and maybe that's contradicting, because I'm quite young, I understand that. But I think wisdom and maturity are two different things, and I think it says a lot about a person if the only people that are listening to this one person are 15-year-olds. Because 15-year-olds don't have much life experience. 16-year-olds don't know the way of the world. They're just downloading what they see. I don't know, I think it's so disgusting in a way of how media is being how the people are manipulating media. They're making their personal brand off lies, but then it becomes self-fulfilling prophecies, because then they sell these lies and make money off it. So this is why I want people that are listening to this right now is to look at it subjectively, look at their life, look at who they're with, look at how they operate, how they talk, how they present themselves, how they earn their money. And okay, fair, if it matches you, yes, take in content. I'm not saying the teachings are all unwise and untrue. I'm not devalidating these people. Because at the end of the day, I could be that person. I want you to look at me in that aspect, because at the end of the day, I'm also providing information, right? I'm also doing it. So yeah, I do think a personal brand is important when it comes to that aspect. But what are you talking about in your personal brand? Like, I think it's important to walk what you teach, right? I'm using that phrase a lot, aren't I? Walk the walk. It's so true. Walk the walk. It's like me. It's like say I didn't have have the physique I had now. Say I was how I was a couple of years ago, really skinny. Say my literally my forearms were probably bigger than my bicep when I was younger, right? And say I was telling you how to train. Because it's a physical thing, you'll be looking at me and you'll be like, yeah, why am I learning off this guy? Like, he's got no evidence, he's got no experience or proof. Like, why learn off that person? And I might be saying the most accurate things, but look at the person. Why listen to me? You know? And so now it's a bit harder when people are millionaires, because you can't really see as a face value, like you can see with my body, how I earned my money. Because if I told you I'm a millionaire and you saw me with nice cars, or I told you I have all these girls, but like, I'm not saying that's the right way to go about things or the wrong way. It's subjective, right? I'm not going to put my opinion onto something like that. But if you did see me with lots of girls, but then their faces are blurred, or something's just off, they're very quiet, or they're just, you can tell something's wrong, or they're simply just not attractive, because status brings girls regardless. But and I'm not saying attraction is everything, like physical, but it is very important. 100% it's important. But anyways, I hope you get what I'm trying to convey in this message, and I just want everyone to think independently, because I feel like in today's day and age, we're becoming very one-minded, and I think no one really has their own opinions, or I think everyone just takes whatever they learn and then repeat it to everyone else, instead of actually basing their thoughts off their personal experiences. And you can see with the way people walk now, talk, dress, they're saying all these stupid phrases, doing all these like ridiculous dances and whatnot. And I'm not trying to make anyone lesser than. I just want everyone to be better than. And you do that by having your own thoughts and looking at things objectively. Subjectively, sorry. Okay? All the best. Hopefully I didn't step over any boundaries. But yeah. Okay, bye.